The year is 1969 and David is sitting with his children to draw their portraits. They're suddenly interrupted by his wife Jessica, who reminds them it's time to go. The family has a wonderful time in the theater, but on their way out, a couple stops them because they know David from the news. They are shocked at how real he looks and even touch his hand, commenting on the fact he is asleep up there right now. David wants to tell them how the process works, but Jessica cuts them short and the family goes home. Outside the house, Jessica notices a strange van parked nearby but decides to ignore it for now. Afterward, the couple puts the kids to bed, then they enjoy some time dancing together. David's hands get naughty and get Jessica all hot and heavy, helping her reach her little death. At that moment, David's wristwatch begins beeping and he announces he must leave. Meanwhile, Cliff lives a more quiet life with his wife Lana and their son Henry. They have recently moved out into the countryside to be away from crowds, but Henry is cold and rather frosty toward Cliff. They live a pretty boring life, and Cliff spends his day doing chores and only talking to Lana for little things like asking her for dinner. Lana obviously looks bored and perhaps even depressed. While they dealing with the dirty dishes, Cliff's wristwatch also beeps and he has to make his way back to work too. At that moment, both Cliff and David run to a secret room in the house, sit on special chairs, and press in the passwords, which allows them to wake up inside a space station. It turns out they're partway into a 6-year deep space mission, but in order to still spend time with their families, there are robot copies of them called replicas back on Earth. The astronauts spend their free time with their consciousness connected to those robots, and they only wake up when there is something to take care of in the station or to keep up with the maintenance of the machines and their bodies. Today they have been brought back because of a warning. Cliff takes off all his personal effects, including the tag that connects him to his replica, and puts on his space suit before going outside to work on repairs. Luckily it is nothing serious, and with the help of David guiding him through the comms, Cliff is done in a few minutes. Then the men share a bit of chit-chat before they go back to their lives on Earth. Cliff heads back to greet Lana, who is in bed reading. She wants to throw a party for the locals and get to know their new neighbors better, but Cliff is hesitant and promises to think about it. However, Lana can